Meeting him had changed her life. He was kind, loving, and caring. Whatever her mother said, she did not want to believe that he was anything but the perfect husband. But now that her mother mentioned it, something was off. But what was it? She couldn't quite put her finger on it. Losing her eyesight had heightened her hearing, and something strange was going on. And just when she was least expecting it, she walked right into it. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we have the shocking story of betrayal and lies. Before we dive into the details, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember to click on that little bell icon so you'll never miss our amazing stories. Most people are looking for ways to get rich. We tend to dream about the big houses, fancy cars, and luxury vacations, not knowing the dark sides to having money. Most people think that being rich would solve all of life's problems. In fact, being rich means that you trade some problems for more complicated issues. Rich people have a hard time finding true and honest relationships. Gold diggers are an all too common evil in their lives. But Olga did not have such issues. She was a strong and independent woman running her own company. Her mother and best friend were her closest companions, and she trusted them with her life. Her construction company was booming. Her excellent decision-making and strong leadership had made the company a thriving success. Olga enjoyed the life she had. She enjoyed working hard. Her work was her passion. She found purpose and meaning in the work she did. Besides, she was in want of nothing. She had plenty of money, a loving mother, and a great deal more. What more could she possibly need in life? Little did Olga know about the tides of change awaiting her. Her life would soon be turned upside down. Her perfect independence would be ruined, and her optimistic energy would soon be destroyed. Olga was usually on time. She wasn't the type of person to be bustling around frantically late. That's why she was so annoyed that morning. One thing led to another, and now she was horribly late. Having to apologize for being late was so out of character for her. Little did she know that being late was going to be the least of her problems that day. On top of being terribly late, the traffic was unusually bad. The non-moving lines of vehicles vexed Olga more. The day had barely begun, and she already had enough of it. As soon as the traffic gave way, Olga sped through. She was not generally a reckless driver, but today, her patience was tested one too many times. As she tried to speed past the crawling vehicles, out of the corner of her eye, she saw a truck coming at her. The next thing Olga knew was that she was lying in a bed with a mind-numbing headache. Everything was pitch black and she couldn't see a thing. Olga tried to open her eyes, but something was blocking it. It felt as if she was blindfolded. Panicking, she lifted her hand to her face. A soft cloth was wrapped around her face and eyes. What was going on? Terror was creeping up on her. She then felt a hand clasping her hand softly. A voice called her name and gently asked her to calm down. It was her mother's voice. Once Olga had calmed down, her mother told her that she had met with an accident and was badly injured. Her face and eyes had suffered severe damage, and according to the doctors, it was unlikely that Olga would regain her sight. Olga was devastated. She was so used to the independent and active life that she led that the thought of being blind was daunting. Her mother knew that the transition into a new life was going to be difficult for her daughter. So, Olga's mother moved in with her. She helped Olga adjust to her new life and helped her keep her house up and running. Being headstrong and determined, Olga soon got the hang of things. But her mother knew deep down that this was not easy for Olga. Regardless of what happened, Olga didn't want her business to collapse. With her mom and best friend's help, Olga managed to keep things going. They consulted Olga on all matters, and she would give them her advice and opinions. Being able to work in some way gave Olga new energy. She just threw herself in it and obsessed over every single small detail. But the truth was that she was falling apart. Being rendered blind was taking a toll on this once energetic girl. That's why she suggested that Olga should go to a gym. A bit of exercising and some socialization would really help to lift her spirits, get her mind off her miseries, in the very least. At first, Olga wasn't too taken with the idea. How was she supposed to work out? But somehow, her mother convinced her to go. A few days in, and Olga seemed to ease into it. As the days went by, she was starting to look forward to it. Olga's life was once more to change, but this time for the better, when a young guy named Maxim walked into the gym. He was taken by the young girl, and he was impressed by her spirits. He didn't take too long in making introductions. Soon the two began meeting outside the gym. Maxim would take Olga on picnics and dinners. He made sure that Olga was happy, and it was evident that the two were getting close. Bit by bit, Olga started coming out of the shell she had withdrawn into after the accident. Maxim was absolutely taken by this charming and beautiful girl, and so he proposed to Olga. Tears of joy poured down her cheek as she accepted the proposal. For the first time since the accident, she had found happiness. When the magical day arrived, no one was more excited than Olga. Maxim made her happy, and she was certain that he was the man she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. The accident had destroyed all her hopes and dreams for the future, but Maxim made her feel like she could believe again. Everyone was delighted to see the happy couple. Olga was as stunning as ever in her long gown, and Maxim was the perfect match. The newly wedded couple sped away to their honeymoon, and Olga's mother was in pools of tears of joy. She had stood by her daughter through her darkest times. She knew what she endured, so she was overjoyed at her daughter's happiness. When the couple returned from their honeymoon, it was business as usual for Olga. She introduced her husband to the business so that he may run it alongside her best friend, Marina, who took things over while Olga was recovering. As the days went by, Olga's mother noticed a somewhat discomforting bond between Marina and Maxim. Marina had always been a bit of a flirt, but pegging on about her best friend was not right at all. And the worst part was that instead of shrugging it off and telling her to back off, Maxim was encouraging all the flirting. Olga's mother did not like how things were progressing. It felt as if Maxim was using Olga's blindness to his advantage since she couldn't notice his behavior. So after a few days, Olga's mother told her daughter of what she saw. Olga was not ready to accept. She trusted her husband and best friend far too much. She even got a little angry at her mother for suggesting such things, but inevitably, this information put Olga on alert. Soon, even Olga began noticing a change in Maxim. He began to distance himself from her, and he was working long hours at the office. And another thing added to Olga's discomfort. One day, as she entered the office, she heard the sound of the safe door closing. But of course, she couldn't see if there was anyone in the room, and nor did she hear anything. During this time, Olga received some wonderful news. Her doctor had found a Japanese professor who could perform a surgery to restore her eyesight. The pair wasted no time in making the necessary arrangements. Olga told everyone that she was going on a trip with her mother and then set off to see the doctor. They performed the surgery, and to everyone's delight, it was a success. A few weeks in, and Olga's eyesight was returned. When Olga came home, she decided to not break the truth to her husband. She wanted to get to the bottom of all the strange incidents. When she got down to detective mode, the things she found out was shocking. Some secret cameras, she had revealed that it was her husband who was taking money out of the safe, and he did that frequently. She went home to confront Maxim about it, and little did she know that the biggest shock was yet to come. Olga walked straight into Maxim with none other than her best friend, Marina, together in the house. And what's more, they were discussing robbing their home safe as well. Neither of them knew that Olga could now see, and they didn't realize that Olga had heard their plans. So Maxim casually walked to Olga and spoke to her endearingly while signaling Marina to silently leave. And that was the end of Olga's patience. Olga's mother and she wasted no time in calling the cops. The pair was charged with enough evidence. The pair had been rather careless since they had never thought that they'd have been caught. Olga, quite unsurprisingly, got divorced from Maxim and resumed her independent life quite comfortably in loving company of her mother. What would you done if you were Olga? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.